All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Team Flex Leads Training 101. And I'm just going to share my screen here with you as we go and get started. So what we're doing here, this is just a training to teach about how we initiate contact with people who have responded to advertising about making money from home. So, we have a marketing department where we buy leads. And as a result of that, our texts work pretty good. So I'm just going to go here to my email, because what's going to happen is I'm going to send you an email that's got various documents on it here. And for instance, here's somebody that we sent recently some information to, and we have leads that we sent, and these are leads that we'll give you for free. 50 or 100 at a batch, kind of depending on where you're at in our process and how consistent you've been. And those types of things. Then I'm going to send you scripts, and then you're also going to get a tracking sheet to track your business. So just real quick, I want to tap into the the leads sheet here, and I'm not going to go over all this. There's like 13 pages of scripts and different ideas and thoughts. This is like a proprietary thing. There's people out there that would sell this for hundreds of dollars because it's gold. It works. The scripts work. The pattern works. The system works. We're living proof that it works. We're adding multiple people, many people on the team, 20 or more every single month. We've really just kind of even gotten started with this only a few months ago, doing the whole system using texting. But here's the thing. You are going to use text one and from the list that we give you. And I'll show you that here in a second, but you're going to literally copy and paste, and you're just going to replace the name, and you're going to send this text. Now, some people are going to respond, and some people are not going to respond. Most people are not going to respond. We're estimating out of 50 people, right, you're going to get anywhere between 0 and, 5 probably on the first text, and another, maybe 3 to 7 on your second text. So really 3 to 15, 3 to 10, whatever is going to be what we're going to expect out of every maybe 50 leads or so. So if they don't respond to text 1, you see here 3 to 4 days later, we're going to send text 2. Now, some people send it the next day, okay, and it's not horrible to send it the next day, but I've just found, a little breathing room, give the people a little bit of time to respond to text 1 and then text 2 a couple days later. I've had a lot of success with that. But again, if it's, I've had success if it's longer. Sometimes it's a week or two that for whatever reason I didn't get to text 2. Other times it is maybe more along to 2 or 3 days. Text 2 works, and it works very well. And there's a lot of reasons it works, maybe as much or more than text 1, but it really doesn't matter. The idea here is that we're going to give people on our list multiple reasons to respond, multiple ways to respond. So, and then if that's not the case, I'll wait about another, 5 to 7 days later or so, and we'll send what we call the final text, which really just says, I haven't heard from you, and I'm going to take you off the list. And you'd be surprised at how many people respond when you say you're going to take them off the list. Now, here's the thing. All we're looking for is what we call a positive response. This is the number one thing I can tell you, and this is the first thing you're going to forget. So I'm going to tell it to you. Maybe I'll say it 5 different times, but you'll forget, and we'll have the same conversation a couple days from now or a week from now, but I'm still going to tell you, and hopefully maybe you watch the video and you hear it a few times on the video as well. A positive response is everything that's not negative. So everything that's not negative is positive. Okay, so when we say positive, we don't just mean, yes, I want to sign up, sign me up, oh my gosh, I'm excited, who are you, that's the most amazing thing ever. That's, positive is everything that's not negative. So if it's not negative, it's positive. So positive is not negative, okay, anything that's not negative is positive. So negative is no or stop or a mad face or some other thing. Don't text me anymore. Stop texting me. Get out of my life. You know, those types of, that's negative. And we don't get too many. We get, the majority of what we get is no or stop. That's really, these are the majority of what we get. So that's it. So who are you? Positive. Who is this? Positive. What ad did I respond to? Positive. How did you get my number? Positive. Is it a full moon tonight? Positive. My car just broke down. Positive. Okay? Yes, positive. Both, positive. Okay? Why are you texting me? Positive. Okay? So if it's not negative, it's positive. And the reason why we want to do that too is that because a lot of times the people that respond in any way, we end up getting them on a call and they end up being interested. The questions that they ask, they are asking because they don't know us. And they really are curious about why we're calling them and why we're responding. And who are we? Are we a scam? They don't know we're not a scam. Everyone on this call who received a text from us, when you first got it, you thought, who could this be? Did I respond to something? What did I respond to? Right? You had those questions yourself. And so we have to understand that other people have those questions too. So we have to give them room to have those questions, but we don't want to sort them out and think that who is this is negative. Or the mistake I see is, who is this? And then you answer the text, but you never put it on your tracking sheet. So now they never get back to you and you say, oh, no one ever responded. But they did respond, didn't they? You just didn't track them. You just didn't write on your tracking sheet. And how do I know that's happening? Well, I ask people, well, tell me about your tracking sheet. Oh, yeah, I got to keep them around. Oh, gosh, yeah, they're not always. And I get that. That's all part of the training. Okay, but the answer isn't there's no responses, because we know you're getting responses. Okay, what we're trying to do here is make sure that everybody is aware of the responses. So there's different techniques and tactics that we have to keep ourselves reminded of all of the positive responses, which are not negative, right? The non-negative responses are positive. So we want to make sure we capture them all so that we can follow up and make sure we give ourselves the most chance for success. Okay, so how does that look? Well, so here's the thing. So you've got a situation here where, I'll see if I've got anybody I can text. Oh, perfect. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's a bunch of names here. Okay, and you can see here that I texted text one on the 23rd, then we kind of finished our week, and then I ended up going to Vegas. And so it's been a couple days, more than 3 to 4, but it doesn't matter. My next step with these people is to send text 2 in this case. So it's really the same pattern as if it was text 1. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to hit new, and I'm just going to type in the phone number. I don't have to save the phone number. I don't have to put them in my phone. I just have to type in that phone number. And as you see right here, you can see I sent text 1 on the 23rd, which is what I wrote down on my sheet over there. And so now I'm going to push my finger down. If I hold my finger down on the right message, I get a little thing that says paste or clipboard. Now, Apple works a little different. You may have to find a clipboard somewhere else and copy and paste things, but on the Android device, you should have a clipboard. If you hit clipboard, it's going to save all of your last, like maybe, 10 or 15. And there's a bunch you can put little locks on too. So I'm not going to go into all the training about that, but right here you can see on the bottom left, oh wait, that's text 1. Text 2 is right there on the left side. You see where it says hi text 2. So I put text 2 in place of the name so that I can remember what the text is. So I'm going to put that there. And now I'm going to hold my finger down, and I'm going to go over to here to say select all, and I'm going to copy. So when you see when I copied it, text 2 became into the number 1 position. So again, I don't want to do a whole training about copying and pasting. There's Google, there's YouTube videos all about copying and pasting, but I just wanted to show you that we're just set ourselves up for speed as we're kicking through the list, because all I now have to do is highlight there, delete that, and add the name, which is Donna, okay? Which is Donna. And then I'm just going to hit send. Then I'm going to backspace out, and I'm going to hit over here, and I'm going to go to my next name, 818-314-8022. And then for some reason, this one doubled, and I don't know why that happened, but it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to hold down. I said paste, and then I'm going to say W-A-F-A. This person's name is Wafa, okay? And then I'm going to back up again, and then I'm going to hit the thing, and I'm going to say 323-640-7300. Again, I sent text one before. I'm going to hold down. I'm going to say paste. And you see how quick this is that I'm doing all these things. And this one is called Ann Lee. Okay. And then I'm going to send. I'm going to backspace up here. I'm going to say new. I'm going to say 562-325-0826. I see I sent text one. Hold it down. Say paste. Come to here and say Celeste. Okay, so you see there, so I just sent 4 texts out, and you can see I did that. I did 3 in 1 minute, right? I did the Donna here, which maybe took a minute or 2 to set up with my copy and paste, and then I kicked out 3 in a minute. So most people, certainly when you get started, even if you're not as fast as me, you can get done usually about 2 in a minute, 1 every 30 seconds. And so really all we're looking to do is have you text 25 to 30 texts a day, text 1 or text 2. So you saw right there, I just did that. If that's all I did for the day, that was pretty good. And now we're just going to wait and see responses. Now, just real quick, I'm going to show you just a handful of responses here that I got from my last night's efforts. So last night I sent out, okay, let's just see here real quick. Let me show you what happened last night. So last night I hadn't sent out texts in a while, so I sent out a bunch of, 9-4, you see that? And then a little bit on this page, like the end of this page, and then a little bit of this page. So probably was 50 when it's all said and done, give or take. So that's what happened. But here's what's crazy. I was getting all kinds. So this person said not interested. Okay? Now, here's what happened. She said, who is AJ? I don't know you. So I put her on my tracking sheet. I put her on my tracking sheet. Because who are you? I don't know you. Is it negative? No. That means it's positive. So here it goes onto my tracking sheet. Now, after I had a little conversation with her, she said not interested. So then I just cross her out. No big deal. No harm, no foul. I'd rather her be on here and me cross her out 1 minute later than she doesn't get on here. The habit has to be. It has to. Because if not, you will lose the name. There is absolutely no way you can keep track of everybody without extracting the name from here and putting it here. And if you're not doing it, then that's a major blunder. You've got to extract from here and put it here. You have to. You have to. You must. You must. Okay. So with that said, so that was not interested. So then this person, no. Well, what is no? No is cross it off. So then on no, I'll just cross off the name on the list. So if it's a no, like right here, boom, 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 done. Don't even think about it. Don't reply back. Don't say, oh, sorry. No, just see this? I just went on with my day. Okay? So now this person said, Therese. She said, yes. Who are you? Yes, who are you? Huh, that sounds, again, is it negative? Nope. So it's positive. So what did I do with Therese? There's Therese right there. Okay, boom. Who are you? Okay, I should say actually yes, because she said yes, who are you? All right, so you see these different things here. Right here, here's another person. Who is this? Is it negative? No. Positive, I put it on my tracking sheet. Kaniva, and these are all people, these are out of the 50 people. This is why I'm saying, people say, oh, I don't get responses. I can't stop the responses. Who? Look, who? That's called positive. Now, the fact that they didn't get back to me, that's advanced training. We'll talk about that later, but it doesn't matter. Kavana is on my tracking sheet. Lupe, what is this about? Positive, on my tracking sheet. Stop texting. Okay, stop texting. Negative, cross it out. Okay, what did Derek say here? Always, what do you have in mind? Positive. Now, here's what's interesting. Even though this was very positive, he still didn't get back to me. So the fact that they don't get back to us when we tell them we want to set an appointment, this just throws them off a little bit because they're not necessarily expecting us to say our next step is an appointment. I understand that that's a little bit bold of us to say that that's the next step, but I tried all the other things, and believe me, that's the next step. You could try everything else that you want to do, and again, buy your own leads and do whatever you got to do to test things out on your own. That's what I did. I bought tens of thousands of leads and worked them and tried different things, and so I came up with the conclusion that this is the best way to do it. Okay, but you may come to a different conclusion after you work 10,000 leads. So, but until then, you can just trust me that this is a pretty good way to do it. And, then as you kind of learn and grow, you can figure out all those things. But so hopefully you kind of get what that whole thing is there. So all we're looking to do is then reply back, okay, and then say, let me see here if I've got somebody that I can show. So once you have something scheduled for a meeting, okay, once you have something scheduled, we're going to send you this link, okay, and you're going to send a group. And you see this group has like a bunch of different leaders on it. And so the trainers, and basically you're going to tell us what time you have scheduled the call, and then someone's going to say, yes, I can do the call. And we're going to work out a time for that someone's going to do that call for you. You do not have to do the call yourself. You do not have to do the call yourself. Okay, that matter of fact, we highly suggest you don't do the call yourself until you learn how to do the call. Then, of course, you're going to do the call and do, maybe help your team and other things. And you will be more effective if you can make a phone call and do the phone call on your own. You will grow faster and you will have a bigger team ultimately. But this is called training. And so that's why we want to train you. And that's why you can't drop out after a week or two, or you can't say after 50 leads, nobody's responding. Okay, those are horrible words. Okay, that really, and I hear them way too much. I no one responds. No one responds. Which again is just not true. It's not true. Lots of people respond. They just may not respond in the way you want them to respond. But check this out. Check this out. This is, look at this page here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 25. Now, granted, that's a lot, okay, for that. I do have some that I've gotten maybe only 2 or 3, and I've got occasionally, really rarely though, but occasionally I'll get one, like look at this one's got 1, 2, and then like 3 no's. So, it's rare. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this page. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this page and 3 no's. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm saying you're going to get an average of like 2. Let me see, wait a minute. 4 out of 25, 4 times 4 is 16. No, that's about right. So we're saying about 15 to 20 out of 100. But you see, it's consistent. I can show you any, I'll put on any page. Right? 1, 2, 3. Now 2 ended up being no's after all, but still, there were 3 on that page. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that page. How many on this page? 1, 2, 3 on this page. So any page I pick, any one. So while I can sort of believe that 25, maybe you get none occasionally, but you're not working 100 leads using the text as we say, and you're not getting at least 10, should be 15 to 20. It just is. And so that's just kind of the deal. So again, if you only get 0 in your first 50, again, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But if you understand that all non-negatives are positive, that's the biggest thing that we want to do. So anyway, that is pretty much going to be the training here for the day. That will get you guys set up to do your, that'll set you up to do your leads. And text 1, text 2, text 3, right? We're looking for anywhere between 15 to 20 out of 100, which means 80 will just ignore us. That's fine. A-okay. With that, of those 20, we're only going to probably get about 7 or 8 of them onto a quick call, just the way the numbers work. And we'll probably get 1 or 2 of them onto a presentation, just the numbers. So again, if you're only working 25 leads, it's not enough numbers. You've got to have the numbers that generate all of the different tiers of marketing, which is a certain number of people. Then you whittle it down to this, you whittle it down to this, you whittle it down to this. So anyway, that's AJ here signing off with the Team Flex Leads training for the 101. Advanced training coming up.